Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Desmond Collins, the author of the Black Contractors Guide and the Black Carpenters Guide. And today I'm coming to you to share a new series that I'm going to start doing. And these are some of the basic things that we need to know as general contractors and specialty contractors, such as automating your business, how to prepare a contract so you don't have any disputes or problems later on, legal issues, or a customer trying to run all over you. So with that, we are going to jump right in. So I'm gonna take you through the process that I take when I am preparing contracts. So one of the first things that I do, that I recommend you do too, I got a premiere video coming out on Monday. It talks about the chat GPT agents that I built. One of them is an estimating agent, and I spent a lot of time, effort on that. And if you want some more details on that, you can reach out to me. But anyway, this agent is like having a seasoned estimator. Is exactly what it's like. I fed it all the company documents. I said it my mission statement, and I fed it a bunch of other materials because it doesn't work well if you don't feed it well. But anyway, initially when I sit down with my estimating department or my estimating agent, we go over the scope of work. Me and the agent go back and forth. I always start off with general information, the customer's name, their phone number, address, email, and you might think this is not a big deal, but it is a big deal because later on when you're trying to reach out to people and you can't find their phone number, you can't find their address, you can't find these things, it becomes a serious pain in the ass. And not only that, it can prevent you from following up, which has happened to me several times. I'm the first one to tell you that I ain't perfect. I make mistakes like everybody else. We all walk on two legs. But anyway, moving forward, so what I did is I went to it was Staples. You go to Staples, you can go to anywhere. You can order contracts online, Staples, whatever your preference is. But the one that I use is this one right here. It's just a basic contract. I do put my own spin on it, and so what I did is I don't know if you can see it, but it has Collins Builders. It has the BCA's address because that's where I'm located, and you see it's professionally stamped. At the bottom, I have my contractor's license stamped on there as well. And I bought these stamps at Staples. You know what I mean? They can customize them and do things like that. So what I think it does, and the reason why I do it is because it adds credibility. You see a contract, we all can just write it out. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to buy these things, but it adds professionalism and credibility. And a lot about selling jobs is just image is everything. Like I used to tell my partner Alexis, first impressions and image is everything. So we need to make sure our image is tight and that we look professional when we put these things together. Uh, so the other thing I do is I go to Home Depot, which is one of my favorite suppliers for lumber only, not for Trex and other things. But I go to Home Depot and I do a meticulous material takeoff. Uh, I'm not going to show you all that because it's just too cumbersome. But even though I'm not going to show it all to you, it's extremely important that you do this. Uh, I've been doing this for a while, so I know what a general idea of what uh, certain projects take far as hardware and lumber. And then my Chat GPT estimating agent, we kind of go back and forth off each other when we make sure the numbers are right. But I have the final say because I am the owner. Uh, so we go back and forth. I put that I start a list on Home Depot material list and a hardware list. And right here is Joe and Randy. I don't have any personal information, so I don't. I'm going to share that with you. I did a deck project with them. Uh, so yeah, I make sure my material hardware is ready, and then for Trex decking and composite lumber and beams and stuff like that, I go to La Mesa Lumber. Uh, After me and my estimating agent do the takeoff, uh, our numbers are pretty spot on. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie. My numbers are usually really tight, and not because I'm all that, just because I've been doing this for a while. So I go to Mesa Lumber. We actually we bring the list. We make sure what we came up with actually matches their price. Because that's extremely important. You can be off $1,000. That's $1,000 coming out of your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure your numbers are on point. So we compare our numbers that we came up on our takeoff with the actual live cost of La Mesa Lumber or whoever we want to order from. And then we factor in the delivery charge as well. La Mesa Lumber charges 125 within a certain radius, and then Home Depot does the same. So it depends how far you go on, where they're delivering to, and things like that. So you need to have a good understanding of that. And then so one of the other things I'm going to jump into before I get sidetracked, one of the main things that you need to know about contracts, in my opinion, is the scope of work. And then I put this card to block your personal information because I don't want to share that with anybody. Their information is private. So with the scope of work, you have to make sure you spell it out in details. This is what's going to keep you out of legal trouble. This is what's going to keep you out of customer disputes about change orders. Because they come up with all kinds of things saying they paid for this and that, and they thought that was part of the price. And this is your defense right here, the contract. Uh, so what you want to do is you want to be extremely specific on how you word what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, what's going to be supplied, and all of these things to protect yourself. And once again, this is through trial and error. It's not like I'm a mathematician or I'm all that. It's just this is from trial and error. So the main thing I want you to take from this video on every other thing that I just went over is make sure when you go over the scope of work, which I have a part right here, and I'll even add a page if I have to show you how serious this is. You got to spell out how you got to spell out in precise detail what you're going to offer, what you're not going to offer, what's included, what's not included. So you want to put their expectations in check before you even swing a hammer. This is going to save you tremendous. It's going to keep you from having headaches. So I got a phone call right now, and I'll answer that later. But anyway, yeah. And the other thing, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't like my videos too long because I know today we got short attention spans, me included, is the payment milestone schedule. Uh, I lay it out on the bottom, expect, the down payment, milestones, and all that. But I found out there's really not enough room in this contract for me to do that. So I put together another document where I spell out in detail what the payment milestones are. Always there's always a down payment with me. I don't start work without a down payment because I need that payment to mobilize my crew out on the job site. So I just want to get that clear. It's usually 10% of the job is what I charge for the down payment, and then I lay out the milestones. Milestones are different points in the project that me and the customer agree upon. After I finish framing, there's going to be a certain amount due. After I finish concrete, there's a certain amount due. Once I finish drywall, I install the windows. The project is completed, and then the final punch list. So I know this video is a little bit on the long side, and it's only because contracts are so important in our trade. I can't stress that enough. So yeah, this is the first one. I can't cover everything in this, it's just not enough time. So the main two things I want you to take from this video is spell out your scope of work, make sure it's on point, make sure it's detailed, save yourself headaches, save yourself money. And the second thing is your milestone schedule. Make sure the customer knows exactly what payment, the down payment, what payments are due, when they're due, and how they're going to be made. Is it going to be a check? Is it going to be a cash out? What the deal is going to be. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for me today. It's your boy DC, the owner of Collins Builders and author and educator. So my passion is just sharing my experience with you so you can go out there and excel in the photo construction piece. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll catch you on the next one.